welcome class. So to describe my learners before I begin, is my learners are about an A2 basic user. So I did adapt this lesson quite a bit, so that'll help you kind of understand what we're going over here. So hi, Sabrina and other students. So we are doing Chapter 7, Lecture 1 today. So that is starting on page 135 in our textbook. So let's dive right in. Let's look at our topic. With a partner and those around you, let's look at these images I have up on the board. Actually, we won't look at textbooks now, so we'll shut those. Let's look at these images and just brainstorm with a partner what you think we might be learning about today. So I want to hear some vocabulary words.
I think we're looking at growth.
Oh, I like that one.
And health. There looks like a lot of healthy foods in the corner.
Okay, so I'm hearing some good words over here if everyone wants to listen. So what did you say, Sabrina?
I said growing. Growing and growth.
We'll rate growth. Good. And what was the other one?
Health.
Health. Why do you say health?
Because those foods in the corner look like fruits and veggies.
Oh, okay. So fruits and vegetables. Health. That makes sense, right? Health. Can we all say health?
Health.
Yeah, so it's TH sound. Health. TH. Health. Okay, is there any other words that come to mind?
Exercise.
Exercise, yeah. What else could we say about this? I see he's running. So what's another word for running?
Jogging.
Jogging, okay, so a more general word would be movement.
Ooh.
Yeah, so just general movement. And the sound that goes along with movement is move. So the V sound. So the V. So we have health, and movement. Move. Yeah, good job. Okay, let's keep going. Now I'm going to give you some words here, and I want you to keep talking about what you think we're learning about. So we already had some of these key words. We said movement. We had growth. Oh, great. Health isn't on there, but there's nutrition. Nutrition. So do we know what that word means? Nutrition? Yes, Sabrina?
Does it mean like healthy foods to fuel the body?
Yeah. So we did a lesson on nutritional facts on foods, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. We want to see what we're eating. So fruits and vegetables that we call healthy, health would be nutrition. Great.
Nutrition.
Yeah, so I'll give you 1 minute just to talk with your partner about some bigger ideas of what we could be learning about using those words.
Excretion means to get rid of,
Whoa.
doesn't it? I think so.
Okay.
Reproduction.
Now we see our matrix chart. So I'm going to hand you guys out pre-made matrix charts. There you go, with our vocab words. And given with the root word, so what's the root word?
Separate.
Yes, so separate. So a root word is the meaning of the word. So excretion, whoa, big word.
Excretion.
Right? If we look at the root word excrete, it helps us define the vocabulary word of excretion. So it says the root word is to separate. That helps us figure it out, does it not? That gives us more than just excretion, correct? Yeah. So now that I've given you the matrix charts with a picture and the root word, write down your own definition. So this can just be key terms, little words, and you see there on your own sheet that you don't have a picture. I want you to draw your own picture to help you remember it in your own way. Okay, and you have a lot to do there, so this would take some time. But once you have them all filled out, compare with your partner. Have a discussion about it. If they're different, that's probably okay. Can you just move over a tiny bit? Yeah. So, yeah, and compare your pictures. Why did one person draw water for excretion, and why did one person draw something else? Compare them.
What did you draw?
Good job.
I like your picture for movement. It's very good.
Yeah, I like how some people have animals on their pictures and other people are referring to humans. They apply to both.
I think,
Yes, Sabrina?
I think that humans are more sensitive than animals.
Oh, and why do you say that?
Because the root word is feel.
Feel.
And
okay.
humans feel like emotion.
Yes, but do you think that's only because you're more familiar with human emotions? Like animals feel probably or plants even feel in a different way. So sensitivity and movement, which this whole lecture is on, has feelings as well. But they might be different. They feel the sun rays. They feel water. Same with us, right? But yes, the consciousness of a human, probably a bit more. Good observations. I like these. It's very deep thinking. So on the board, you see my matrix chart. I'm going to create my own, but I'm just going to put vocab and the definition because we have one on the board or on the screen already. Great. Yeah, so now that you guys have had this discussion, I want you to look in your dictionaries. Oh, it's still going. It's just a little bit. I want you to look and check in your dictionaries and check the definition in the dictionary and compare it to yours. So you can write the definition. On your page it says my definition and it has the dictionary definition. So write down your definition compared to the dictionary definition. There will probably be a difference. Okay, now let's report back to class. Sabrina, what was the first word?
Excretion.
Excretion. Make sure I'm not spelling it wrong. Excretion. And what was your definition of excretion?
My definition was to leave or exit.
To leave or exit. Great. And we'll get other students, the dictionary. My definition? Yeah. What's another word? You can pick any one.
Respiration. You have like 10 minutes on the
Okay. Respiration. What was the root word of respiration?
Spire, to breathe.
Spire. To breathe. That makes a bit more sense. Okay. And then we'll get your definitions. Great. Good job, guys. Yeah, so now if you look on the board, these are all the ones filled out. If you have any gaps in your matrix chart, you can fill them in. But I don't want you just to be copying my answers. I want it to make sense to yourself. So draw a picture, write keywords, yeah, things like that. Great. Okay, now I have another handout. And we are going to be looking for expressions of contrast. Do you guys remember learning about expressions of contrast last day? Yeah, so the words of that are the signal, so they can also be called signal words, which is but, however, in contrast, on the other hand, unlike, or whereas. So, as I read the story, the lecture, I want you to circle the signal words you hear, okay? So I will read. Plants grow taller and wider throughout their lives. Animals start growing as soon as they are born. Unlike plants, so unlike, that's one. However, they usually stop growing when they become adults.
Miss Katie?
Yes?
Was however another one?
Yes.
Unlike plants,
Yes.
however.
Yeah, so why don't we stop here? How many signal words are in that sentence?
2.
2. Great job. So you guys should have had unlike and however. Great, so you can circle that. Okay, let's keep going. I'm sure you can think of many examples of different kinds of animal movement. So here's movement, one of the vocab. It's not a signal word, but it's a vocab word, okay? So movement, walking, swimming. What else do you guys think that animals can do for movement?
Running.
Running, great. What's a big one? Different. We can't do it.
Flying.
Flying, great. Plants move too, but not in the same way as animals, right? We don't see plants walking. We don't see plants flying, okay? Plants have a very special way of getting food. They make it themselves. To make their own food, plants take a gas called carbon dioxide. So that was one of the vocab words. Carbon dioxide, which is also called CO2. Great, CO2. Out of the air. They combine the carbon dioxide with water and sunlight to make their food. Their food is stored inside the plant and is used when the plant needs energy. Animals, do animals make their own food?
No.
No. What do you guys do with your pet dog or cat?
I feed her.
Yeah, and the food's called dog food or cat food. Great, so animals can't make their own food. They either, if they're in the wild, it will be the food chain, they'll eat other animals, or with our pets, they rely on humans. Okay, so now we're gonna go to respiration. So keep looking for the signal words. Can we say how many were in this paragraph? Sabrina?
2.
2. So which ones were that? I think it was just one.
Oh, yes.
Oh, sorry, there was but on the first one there in red, and then the next one was on the other hand.
On the other.
So that's an expression of contrast. Great. Good. So the process of respiration helps to change the food into energy. Now, animals take in oxygen by breathing in air. So we all need oxygen to live. Whereas plants take in oxygen through tiny holes in their leaves. Pretty cool, hey? During reproduction, plants and animals make more of their own kind. Animals have babies or lay eggs. However, plants make seeds which fall into the soil and grow into new plants. Cool, hey? Is there any questions about reproduction? No, I think we all know that one. Great. So now I'll put all the signal words up on the board for us to go over with my eraser. I don't know if they can see me over here, but that's okay. So can someone tell me one word, expression word?
However.
However. Can we all say however?
However.
Great. And I think the one I like, on the other hand.
On the other hand.
Perfect, Sabrina. Great. What's another one?
Whereas.
Whereas. Ooh, that one's a tongue twister. Can we all say whereas?
Whereas.
Can you spell whereas?
WHEREAS.
Great. Okay. And then there's also but. But. Great. Okay, and a few more. Great. So now that you guys know the expressive words and your vocab words, we're going to play a game that is called Bingo.
Bingo.
So here's your bingo sheets. They're all different. Okay, don't look at your papers. Okay, and I'm going to read some keywords and you're going to mark them off, okay? First one, to get a line down, not across, down, wins a prize, okay? Great, so the first word, I'm going to say food. Food. Animals and plants eat food. Great. Next. On the other hand. On the other hand. I like to eat burgers, but on the other hand, probably shouldn't eat them all the time. On the other hand. In contrast. In contrast. Can anyone think of a sentence that uses in contrast relating to what we're learning about in this lecture? It's a little tricky. So maybe I'll give you a hint. Plants take in oxygen in contrast to animals. Kind of like that. Great. Okay. And then we'd finish bingo. Sabrina won.
Woo!
Good job.
Thanks.
Great. Okay. So now we look at some meanings of bolded words. So here's another handout. Okay. Okay. So we're going to guess the meaning of the words in bold. Sabrina, can you read me the first sentence?
When scientists want to check if something is living or non-living, they look for 7 life processes.
Okay. So, talk with your partner about the word in bold given the context. Now, these are taken straight out of the lecture, okay? So you can refer back to the lecture if you need help. But processes. What do you think processes mean in relationship to that entire sentence? Okay? Fast forward a bit, we do this for 7 sentences. The words are processes, observe, roots, similarity, escape, notice, and senses. Great. Then we read over the lecture again. So then we read the entire lecture as an entire class to get the full information. And then we reflect on what we've learned through a post-listening activity. So now with your matrix charts, and I'll give you a blank matrix chart, fill in the new matrix chart using your old matrix chart. So all your notes, and I want the columns on there is what you've learned, what you know, and what you're still wondering about, okay? And there's also a section on corrections. So this is things you maybe thought you knew, but were corrected on throughout this lecture, okay? And you can all work together as a class, and we'll compare them and come back as a class.
What do you think about this one? What do you think?
Great, and then that's probably good. Yeah, so we end off with growth, movement, and sensitivity, and we separate plants and animals, and then we talk about things we thought we knew, that we learned, things we had different from our partners, things that were different from mine. Were they right? Were they wrong? Are we still wondering? Great. Thank you.
Great.